From the court to the classroom, from the block to the boardroom, this is the Michael Graham Show, where real talk meets real life. Join Michael Graham as he breaks down the big issues: youth development, community programs, housing, jobs, and the challenges that shape us all. Loud, funny, real. The voices of experience from athletes, educators, advocates, and everyday warriors are all right here. This is where community comes to talk. This is the Michael Graham Show.
Hello, folks. My name is Michael Graham. And this is another episode of my show here tonight. Our guest today is a man who embodies the spirit of basketball in Michigan from his days as a standout player under the legendary coach here, Wootten at DeMatha High School, and another legendary coach, Jud Heathcote at Michigan State, to have a successful professional career overseas. He has truly done it all on the court. But his impact goes far beyond his playing days. As head coach in high school at, I believe it's Lansing Sexton High School, he led his team to 3 consecutive state final appearances, capturing 2 Class B state championships in 2011 and 2012. He even coached his talented sons, Drew and Denzel, along the way. Beyond his winning, he's dedicated his life to mentoring the next generation, serving as the basketball training and development director at the Michigan Athletic Club and the founder of the elite national AAU program to help young athletes build confidence, character, and achieve their college scholarship dreams. He's also a recent inductee into the Greater Lansing Sports Hall of Fame, a true legend in the local sports community, and a ton of knowledge on player development, the life lessons learned through the sports of basketball. Joining us today is my friend, the one and only Carlton Valentine. Welcome to the podcast, my man. Welcome to the podcast. And also, I want to bring on my co-host. Let's not forget him. He's also a D.C. legend. That's from Washington, D.C. He's the author of The Other Side of the Hoop, The European Experience, my man and co-host and my mentor, Bobby Kinzer. Hey, Bob.
Hey, what's happening, Mike? How you doing today? What's up, Carlton?
Man, I'm trying to get better.
Man, look, Mike, look, this is a Hall of Famer in DC's terms, a DC homegrown talent. Welcome, Carlton. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me, Mike. Thanks for having me, Bobby. I appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, man, not a problem, man. Thanks for you coming on, man. I appreciate you. You know, I've been following you a lot and everything. Even when you were up Michigan playing, because see, I had a little friend up there, and you probably know it because I believe she knows you. She went to Michigan State, so you know, I mean, man, you played for 4 years at Michigan State under that legendary coach, Coach Heathcote. How you pronounce it? Heathcote. Okay. Heathcote. What was the most important lesson that you learned from him, and how it influenced your own coaching philosophy?
Yeah, no, Coach Heathcote, he brought the best out of me, man. He taught me, you know, you got to bring it every day. You know, you got to bring it every day, and you got to prove yourself every single day. Even though I knew that, you know, growing up in the streets in Southeast D.C., when I got up there, man, the boys were bigger and stronger and faster and quicker playing in the Big Ten Conference. And he just let me know right off the bat, you know, hey, you got to bring it every day. If you want to play, you better bring it every day. And so I always remember that. And I make sure that even when I became a coach, that was one of the things that I always emphasized to my players, and to my sons, and anybody that that came around me and one of my influence with basketball. Like there's no time off. The time is right now. Let's get better.
Wow.
That's it.
For a lot of people who may know or may not know, that is the same coach that coached Magic Johnson, correct?
Yes, sir. Jud Heathcote won a national championship in 1979 when Irvin Magic Johnson was a sophomore, and it had Gregory Kelser, who was a senior, and he had Jay Vincent, who played double-digit years in the NBA. He's had like several pro players that have played for him. Scott Skiles, Steve Smith. I mean, the list goes on and on. Jud Heathcote was legendary. He passed away a couple of years ago. I went to his funeral up in Spokane, Washington, where he moved to after he retired from coaching in 1995. I maintained a good relationship with him over the years. Matter of fact, he used to call me. I still have voicemails saved on my phone from when he called me and left me voicemail messages. So, Jud Heathcote was a huge influence to me. Even though I've had a lot of influences, he was the one that directly probably influenced me the most.
Okay. Because I know you played for that legendary coach over there in Maryland. May he rest in peace. Man, I remember back in the day, man, how much of a powerhouse it was every year. It was DeMatha every year, and I remember some talk of me going there, but me personally, I didn't think, I wasn't disciplined enough to go there. They were talking about Earl Jones going there one year, and I knew he wasn't disciplined enough to go there, but they always knew no matter who they had in there or who they had on the floor, they always played, and they played to win. Regardless.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Because I didn't want to go there. You know where I wanted to go?
Where?
I wanted to go play for John Wood, man.
Get out of here, man. You better stop playing.
Oh, man. Hey, listen, man. So my basketball journey was different because I ain't really no basketball guy. I came up, was a late bloomer. And
me too.
Coach Wood saw
me too.
Coach Wood saw me when I was playing in the 8th grade All-Star game over at Randall.
Get out of here, man.
No.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I wanted to go to Spin Garden real bad. But
I know we would have beat y'all in. You understand? Because we wound up losing. We would have beat y'all in. Because look, I remember I had 23 points at the halftime. I was busting Danny Ferry's butt, and he steady calling me old man, right? They switched and put Carlton on me. All I had was 3 points in the whole second half.
Wow. That's crazy. No, John Wood was an incredible dude, man.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. I didn't know that, man.
I wanted to go Spin Garden, man. I'm a city dude, man. You know what I'm saying?
I knew you were. That's why I was like, damn, how can he go to the DeMatha from Southeast and ain't nobody get him from Wootten or no place? I mean, Blue, no place. I'm like, what?
So how did you end up from Southeast to Hyattsville, Maryland?
Great question. My high school, my middle school coach, I went to Winston Educational Center over there in Southeast. My middle school coach was a dude named Harry Stanton. And Harry Stanton was Hawkeye Whitney's middle school coach. Mm-hmm. And he took me out there and he said, if you want to be anything in life, you want to do something, like here's your best chance. Mm-hmm. He said, if you want to make it out of Southeast, you want to be, and he had my mom and everybody, everybody believing that. And I wasn't buying the smoke, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it took me 3 buses to get to school every day. It was damn near 2 hours every day. I had to catch the A2, then transfer to the B4, and then transfer to the 82 Hollywood. So, it took me a long time, but my mother says, I can't say what she said, but she's like, I would say it, but she's like, that's where you're going, because you're going to be something. You're going to be somebody. Yeah. And I hate it. I be straight up, man, I hated it. I hated it. I love
I'm glad she did. I'm glad she did that.
Well, that's why you listen to people that know more than you do. And so I was blessed, man. I had my mother and my father, so I was blessed.
Okay.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And they said, you going there.
Hey, answer this. How was it like with playing with guys like Scott Skiles and Adrian Dantley? Because you played against those guys. How'd you fare out?
I played with Scott Skiles for 2 years at Michigan State. It was great. It was great. Matter of fact, we played Georgetown.
I remember that game.
Yeah. In the NCAA tournament, we beat Georgetown in the NCAA tournament in '86.
Right.
It was and we played them at University of Dayton. It was the second round game. So we ended up going to the Sweet 16 that year in 1986. Yeah, we did. I scored me a couple buckets, man. That was my claim to fame. Well, I was only a sophomore at the time.
And that guy, I think he had about 20-something assists or something. He was killing us, man. Oh, he was killing us.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. You got anything to add, Bobby? You look like
man. There's so much I want to ask Carlton because he has such a interesting career, man.
Very.
You spanned, you went across the waters and you played in Sweden. And how was that experience?
It was interesting, man. And I'm glad I had the experience, man. I played in Spain for a year. I played in Spain and Sweden. So, but I spent the most of the time in Sweden. I played for the Visby Basketball Club. It's an island right off the southeast coast of Sweden, and I ended up kind of almost like making a home there. You know what I mean? Because they took care of me. They paid me good. Like, I mean, you ain't making $1 million over there, but they took care of me. I had a restaurant to eat for lunch. I had a restaurant to eat for dinner. I had a chef come out and talk to me, cook for me. I had what else? Oh, they gave me tickets so I can go to the grocery store and buy my own groceries. They gave me a car. They paid for my gas.
So the only thing you had to pay was the phone bill, basically.
Pay my phone bill, and that was it. And
So
I didn't really make that much money like that, to be honest.
Right.
But when you add that all in, because that's the same thing with me when I played in England and the United Kingdom, it was the same thing. I was only getting about $20,000, $25,000 for 8 months. But I, like you said, had all those things, paid for my food in the restaurant, the car, and with the gas. And that's all else you needed. So that back then, when I played, that was equal to maybe about $50,000 a year.
And then you think about it, you know what I'm saying? You bring it back home tax-free.
Tax-free. But the problem is,
because I had got a financial advisor because I ain't never had no money before.
Whoa.
And I never had no money before, man. And so like I got my first check, man. I almost peed on myself. And my financial, I just said to my financial advisor, they started investing for me. So I was always
smart.
Yeah, that was real smart.
That was smart because I didn't have no financial. Well, most guys never had no financial advisor, and as young men, we didn't know anything. But Carlton, tell me this, man, just to share this with me, because a lot of people don't know what it's like in Europe. Can you just give us just a breakdown of what a day in the life of Carlton in Sweden, like what would your day routine be like over there?
Yeah, so like in the morning, I'll be on my own. So I get up, have my breakfast, and then I go work out on my own because I just didn't like sitting around all day.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I go in the morning, I go to the gym and get me a workout in, like lift weights, do some cardio, do my core. I had to. And then after that, I would go to lunch over to Torrey Kruger and get me something to eat, come back, take me a nap, and then go to practice. Practice was in the evening, about 7 o'clock. We practice from 7 to 9.
Right.
And I go grab something to eat. They eat late over there, so I eat about 9. Go back to the apartment, chill, and I was on a hamster wheel doing the same thing the next day. We played twice a week.
Same here.
That's commitment.
Right. How was the food?
Great in Sweden. Yeah, man. I learned how to speak Swedish. I learned how to speak Swedish. Jag pratar svenska. Jag pratar lite svenska now.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Jag pratar svenska. I just asked you if you speak Swedish.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I eat Swedish fish.
Yeah, you like them? You know the first thing I learned how to do?
What?
I learned how to count so they couldn't cheat me. So I learned how to count.
Okay. What's the currency called in Swedish? What's the currency?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Swedish krona. It was so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. That's up to 10. So I can count up to 100 because I wasn't gonna let you cheat me and beat me on my money. So my money came in, my financial advisor would call me and say, "Hey man, hey, they was a little short this week," and I go back in there. I'm like, put my kronas in there. So
how many?
They pay me once a week.
Tell me what was the exchange krona to a dollar?
Man, that's been so long ago, I don't remember. But basically, I was getting like my pay was like $1,000 a week, so I was getting like $4,000 a month.
Right.
But I was investing. I wasn't spending nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Smart.
So when I came back to the States, I could live a pretty decent life. Just normal, like none extravagant, but I could take care of myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right.
And it was smart, Carlton. God dang, man. And then you came back, and so what did you do when you came back from Europe?
Yeah, so like I had my girlfriend who's my wife now. We've been married for 34 years.
Wow.
I ended up coming back to Michigan. I wanted to come back to D.C. so bad, man. I ain't gonna lie. So like after my this is a true story, man. I can't make it up, man. My freshman year in college, man. I wanted to transfer. I wanted to come home, so I wouldn't get no playing time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so I called my mom and I said, this ain't working. I got to come back home. She said, nigga, you ain't going nowhere. You stay your ass up there and get this education. She said, ain't nothing here for. She said, ain't nothing here. She said, you build all them relationships up there with them people. You go to college. She said, make that shit work. And she hung up on me.
There you go. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like at that point, I had to sink or swim. You know what I mean? So like, what do you do when you're back up against the wall, man? You know what I'm saying? When you ain't got options, you make that shit work out. So that's what I did.
You got to.
So anyway,
that's it.
When I was overseas, when I came back, I couldn't go home to DC. I went back to Michigan where I knew people and I had relationships and that kind of thing. So like I ended up going back in my off seasons and stuff, just to work. I used to work out at Michigan State all the time because I had great relationship with the coaches, coaching staff still to this day. Tom Izzo, who's the coach at Michigan State,
right?
He was my assistant coach at the time. He's the one that recruited me out of Washington D.C.
Okay,
he's the head coach of Michigan State right now. But anyway, I would go back to Michigan and just work out and then get ready for my season. And after about 5 years of it, I seen it wasn't really, going nowhere. So, I came back, man. I got married, settled down, had my family, and I started coaching. I got into coaching. I didn't know where it was going to lead, what it was going to do, but God got a plan for us, man. And I didn't know what the plan was, but I put it in his hands, man. I was good.
It just went with the flow, right?
Help me figure it out.
I mean, as a head coach, winning 2 state championships back to back, what was the secret to that? I mean, back to back. You know how hard it's hard to do that.
No, it's crazy because we went 3 years in a row. And the first year we got blown out. We got smoked. We played against Detroit Country Day. That school where Chris Webber went. We played them. Okay. And they put it on our head.
Wow.
71-47. I still remember the score.
Damn.
And, we learned from there. I had to be a better coach. I had to go to some coaching clinics. I had to listen to some other people that were smarter than me, that knew basketball better than me, that were able to help me out and become a better coach. I had to start listening to the players and listening to what they want and kind of incorporate that into what I knew in order to become a better basketball coach. And then, man, things flew from there, man. Plus, like during the whole time, man, I'm developing my own kids at the same time. My son Drew and Denzel, like I was working with them like on the side. I never worked with them in the gym, because when you get in the gym, if you're a real coach, you don't focus on your kids, you focus on the team.
Right.
And I never could do that, so I focused on the team. But when I was away from the gym, we was working on ball handling, working on shooting, working on development, working on seeing the whole game versus not what you do. Let's see the whole play. Let's see how this game works. Let's become a true basketball savant. And I can't tell you, man, I had a lot of help. I had a lot of help in winning state championships. I wish I could take all the credit, but I can't. I had a lot of mentors and people helping me get to that point. So,
on that point.
So some of the stuff you don't know is, man, I got suspended for a year.
Oh.
I got suspended in the 2006-07 season. I got suspended by the MHSAA, which is Michigan High School Athletic Association. I became the head coach at Lansing Sexton in 2005, and that school hadn't been winning. And I got the job. We won. We went to the district championship and lost. Man, we had 12 kids transfer from all over the district coming to play for me. And everybody wanted to know why all the kids was transferring over there. They weren't coming to play for me. They wanted to play with each other. They seen the style we played. They seen how free we was playing. So we had 12. And the reason I got suspended was, and this crazy, right? It was my fault. Because I coach Lansing. Lansing has 3 high schools, right? They got Lansing Eastern, Lansing Sexton, Lansing Everett. Magic went to Everett. I always paid for the kids to go to camp. Like in the summertime, they go to team camp, they go here, they go there, they go that. I paid for it out of my pocket because kids ain't have no money.
Right.
And you can't go ask your mom and daddy for no money. So who take care of it? Coach V. I'm taking care of it, right? So I'm paying for the camp, right? Kids coming to camp, whatever. They say I'm recruiting the kids because I paid for the camp. Because the kids
but see, they don't know that we grew up like that. People did that for us when we was coming up.
Look, I always took care of the kids. Like I used to be the kid, man, growing up, man. When everybody went to the McDonald's, man, I was a kid sitting in the back, man, with my hands in my pocket.
Me too.
You want something to eat? I'd be like, man, I'm straight. They said, why are you straight? I had no money to get nothing to eat. So I ain't.
Stomach be growling like a mug.
Hey, one of the things I always wanted to do, Mike and Bob, was make sure, man, there were never no kids that couldn't have or do. We went to eat, man. I paid for it, man. We went to do. I took care of it, man, because I wasn't really trying to have no kids feel like I was feeling like coming up, because I was the one who ain't never had.
That's how I am. That's me.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. You said that you work out with the boys, on the side. What the hell is this square up drill that you was killing them boys with?
So I got that from Jud Heathcote.
What?
We did that every single day. The square up drill, every single day. So like we did that every day in practice from 5 spots, man. Every day. You take 2 dribbles, jump stop, and shoot. And the thing is, like, when you first do it, you had the kids stop, and then you check their form. You look at their feet. Your feet, knees, and hips need to be in one straight line, right? Okay. Elbow, knee, and hip all in one straight line. Guide hand straight, shooting hand here, follow through. Don't move the guide hand. Don't move it forward. Keep it straight. Right. And we worked on that every single day. Like every single day, the square up drill. We really worked on shooting because that was not my game. I wasn't no shooter. I was a power forward. But once time went on, I developed my game as a player. I began shooting 3-point shots, and I learned how to shoot. Based on the stuff that I learned from my coach Jud Heathcote and Tom Izzo. Them guys, helped me. So I just, like I said, what I learned, I just passed it on to the kids that I coached.
And let me tell you something, and I tell people this, and Bootney he can vouch for this because he says the same thing. You understand? Draymond Green got a game like yours.
Yes, sir. The same thing.
That's you up and down.
Yeah.
Wow. That's you up and down.
If you ask Draymond, he'll tell you the same thing.
Yeah, that's you up and down. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. A dirty game.
Yep.
Because I wasn't that good. I really wasn't that good. I just played hard as shit, man. I played so hard.
Yeah.
People thought I was good, but I was trying to make it. I was trying to make it out of my circumstances, man. So like all I'm thinking about, man, is I ain't riding these 3 buses out to this school for nothing. Something gonna shake, man.
See,
here.
You took the game. You took the approach of the game the same way AD does or did, with the workouts. With the being undersized power forward, but one of the best in the area. Yeah.
Who else was like that? I don't know if y'all remember, but the same thing. AD, another guy from DC who was like that, power forward, not the same, major height. Kermit Washington.
Oh yes, my man. That's my man.
Effort, just like that. Like Carl, I want to double back for a quick minute. You said something, man, about relationships, and I just want to take a moment, man. And can you, especially for the younger players on this show, how important is it about relationships?
Relationship is everything, man. It's everything, man. I just came back from Chicago, man, to watch my oldest son, Drew. He's the head men's basketball coach at Loyola Chicago. And everything he does, man, he's living in a different world with NIL and transfer portal. And he only recruits kids based on his relationship with them, regardless of how much money they're making. So here's the real fact. Like if you don't have a relationship with a player, like there's no authority without relationship. Like you can't tell somebody to do something and do it and not have a relationship. Otherwise, you just like they're a dog and you tell them what to do. But if you got a relationship and they understand where you're coming from, then you're gonna get the best out of a player. You know what I mean? I watch him how he coach his players and remind me very similar to me, but he's 10 times better at it because he's got the relationship piece down, like Bobby, what you talking about. Wow. When you can get that relationship piece down, and it's everything, man. I know right now, like I wouldn't be where I'm at or have the things I have or been around the people I've been around without building relationships, man, because
it's important.
I got it out the dirt, the mud. What the young boy said, they get it out the mud. You got it out. And we all got it out. You know what I'm saying? We all got it out the mud. Mike, I remember, this here's something crazy, man. I remember the first time I seen you, man. I was like in the 9th or 10th grade, I can't remember. And we was playing up at Jelliff. You remember Jelliff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Yeah, somebody just sent me a picture of me playing up Jelliff in a uniform, and they took a picture. And I'm like, man, I probably wasn't no more than about 100 pounds. But I remember Jelliff. I remember that place.
I say, Lord have mercy. I said, I don't want to play against this dude right here. it was crazy, man. When I said it's crazy. Mike, that even what's this 40 years later? Bobby, we talking about relationships.
Yeah, it's longer than that. Probably longer than that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some relationships, man. That's crazy.
That is, man.
So, Carlton, tell me this, man. Who would you say was some of the best players you ever played against? No, let me start this way first. I want to go broader, but out of D.C. first, or DMV, not just D.C., or then say college or thereabout. Who are the best players? Who would you say some of the best players that crossed your path that gave you some difficulty?
Everybody. Everybody in DC. Really, Mike, I ain't trying to gas you up, but when I seen like Michael Graham, Wootten Green, Robert Smith, all the dudes, Wootten Green, are you kidding me? Like I couldn't believe I never saw nobody bounce like that. It's so strong like that.
Yeah.
And then all the Dunbar boys, with Prue,
Oh, Daryl,
yeah, Daryl Prue, Stretch, School, all the dudes up there. man, them dudes. And then you got over McKinley, you had Mooney. Kenny Sanders, all them dudes, man.
Yeah.
DC, we ain't had no shortage. We ain't had no shortage of.
No, we didn't. We did.
And it was that almost every spot, to tell the truth, too,
The smoothest dude I seen, this ain't no lie, was Johnny Dawkins. We played them like 2 years.
Yes, indeed.
Left hand.
Yes, indeed.
Like people, I don't think he get the serve, man, in Washington D.C. basketball. Like when I seen Johnny and Jeff Baxter play, I was like, man, and they was 2 years older than me, so I'm looking up to them dudes. Like Mike,
Jeff Baxter.
Mike,
Jeff Baxter is still playing today at a high level.
Yes, and
he's playing today at a high level. That's incredible.
That's my guy, man. I played against his brother who went to Weston, and he was Chester. Yeah, another great player. But Jeff Baxter, man, he doesn't get enough. Johnny Dawkins don't get enough. And I've always said this to Mike, the other guy I don't believe get enough credit, not just from D.C., but around the country, is Sherman Douglas.
Stop it. You know what? My wife gets sick of me talking about D.C. all the time. Because, we had so many great players, man. Let's talk about up Coolidge, Darrell Webster, and all them dudes, man.
Darrell Webster.
Darrell Webster, forgot about that name. Yeah.
Hey, Kelvin Scarborough over there at Eastern.
Listen, yeah.
Oh, that was my man. That was my man, man. That was my man. That was my man.
Listen.
So in your era, did Ballou or Woodson have any players coming out of there? Anacostia, they didn't have no players?
Man, the players was up north.
Woodson had, who did Woodson have? Woodson had, I think Woodson had Fish and Andre McLeod. Andre
McLeod and Bernard, the other guy, what you just
Bernard
said. David, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't he go to? He went to Phelps first, right? And then he transferred, I think.
Right.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, and so through the 70s and 80s, I gotta say that had to be some of the most prolific basketball in Washington D.C. area.
Man, Sylvester Charles, Anthony Jones.
Sylvester Charles, another one. God dang.
I mean, it was so many great players.
Oh, Ed Sloan. Did you say Ed Sloan?
No, I didn't say that. You know what? I'm just thinking off the top of my head, man. DC was so strong, Like, and everybody, all the good players, man. Michael Graham, Mike. When y'all went to the national championship game, I'm sitting in my dorm room bragging. I know you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going crazy. And it's like, you don't know him, man. I'm like, yes, I do, man. That's my man's right there. You know what I'm saying? So it was unbelievable, man. DC basketball. My boy Rodney Rice over St. John's. Rodney, he could shoot that thing.
Yeah. Wow.
Terry Lancaster.
Oh, Wally Lancaster from Coolidge.
Oh no, Terry. What was Terry? Terry Wally, and there was another guy. What was them brothers? It was two brothers. The Davis boys.
Yeah, then Linwood and Earl Davis.
Oh right, Linwood. Was
right.
That,
yes.
Was that Tech?
When did McKinley Tech?
Yes, right. Exactly.
That McKinley Tech team was unbelievable because on that team, I was looking at the dudes today. They had Billy Martin was on that team. He was
okay.
They had Jan Pennell.
Yep. I remember him.
Pennell. They had that team was loaded. Oh, we had a 6'11" dude that played with me at Michigan State named Richard Mudd.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, I ain't even know Rich like that too. I got to Michigan State, and I'm like, "You from DC?" He like, "Yeah," but like I said, I was a late bloomer. I ain't really know him like that. You know what I'm saying? So I came along late in the game.
Because when I seen those guys, like when I was being recruited to go to high school, I remember meeting a coach from McKinley Tech, and he brought Billy Martin with him. And I looked at Billy. Billy had some of the biggest hands, and he was big and thick. And I wasn't felt out then. I was like, man, you think I'm going to that school and play against this guy?
Like,
man, I was like, ain't nowhere in the world.
Hey, Carlton, tell me this, man. This is what I experienced when I was playing international ball. Actually, also when I transferred down to Texas, but international ball. When you came across, or did you come across many guys from Washington D.C., or when you were traveling over there, it seems like we had diplomatic immunity. Something about the way I'm talking about New York guys respected D.C. ball players, California, Chicago, Detroit respected like D.C. ball players, like we were ambassadors. Did you experience that D.C. thing, ball player? Yeah.
Automatically, man. It's
automatic.
Yes. When you say you from D.C.,
yeah,
it's almost like they laying out the red carpet for you.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, yeah,
You know
that's what I experienced, man. And it was like everywhere. I mean, even guys, I knew from the South, because we were the big city. But I'm talking about we were getting it from the city guys, like, New York guys and, like I said, Detroit, and it was really interesting, man. We went around the world and the respect that we had is ballers out of D.C., But that was things. So tell me this. So back in the day, did you, let's get on the I want to know about, because y'all are younger than me. So I'm coming through when they had the Black Crystal, Black Tahiti, the Black Beret, Tiffany's, LA Cafe.
No, I don't remember none of that.
No, that's because that was my era. What did y'all have? I know y'all had the Black Hole or something on Georgia Avenue.
I ain't go to those places like that.
How about you, Carlton? Did you what places when y'all were coming up? Where did y'all go party? And what go-go bands were y'all listening to?
Oh shit, man! I'm from Southeast, so I'm Red Essence all the way. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is. You go to Panorama Room.
I remember
Panorama Room. Yeah, we used to go up there, or like sometimes we go up to the Maverick Room.
The Maverick,
You remember that place? The Maverick Room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to go there. But I was like Mike, I ain't really go to no clubs and stuff like that, man, because like my focus was like on basketball, academics and stuff like that. But if I did get out, those are couple places I did. Now, wasn't a whole bunch, but it was like every now and then.
So what summer leagues did what summer when it came to DC summer ball, it was nothing like it to me nowhere in the world. Because when I came up, this is how it was. Monday, we played up at Chevy Chase Playground in the tournament. Tuesday, we played at Chevy Chase Community Center. Wednesday was down called the Sherwood League on 8th and H. Thursdays, it was Ridge Road. That's where I ran into Stacy Robinson. Friday and Saturday and Sunday was the Urban Coalition. That's how it was all the summer. You had somewhere to play organized ball every day of the week. Now, when y'all were coming up, what were the places to play ball in the summer?
Jella.
So like in the summertime, man, like DeMatha and Coach Wootten had us in summer league. So we played at Jella. That's the first summer league I ever played in. Jella, we play outside.
Right.
You play nighttime under the lights.
And that little ass court.
Yep. Or then they had some games in the gym.
But most of it was outside.
Yeah.
Yes.
We played Jella, and we played Sidwell Friends. That came along a little bit later.
Right.
Then
did y'all play that St. Albans League?
No, we played up in Blair. We played Blair, which up Silver Spring, straight up George Avenue.
Yep.
So we played Sidwell Friends, Jella, and Blair. There was like the most of the summer leagues, but the unofficial summer league, the unofficial summer league was on the court, like outside, because that's that's where we played at.
Right.
So I played
like in Seat Pleasant and places like that, like little league stuff. Yeah. I did.
Yeah. So when I came up, we in Northwest was Luzon, right? That's where a lot of the pros would come up there. And then it was Kelly Miller. I'm talking about outside. I came up on Upshur Playground. That's where I cut my teeth. And then Turkey Thicket was the joint. That was by the McKinley Tech people guys, and it was. But that was the ball, playing the ball outdoors. That's why my knees ain't working damn now.
Yeah,
and them Chuck Taylors and shit with no cushion and shit, no arches and shit. That's my shit jacked up down, man. Playing and it was hot in the mud, concrete, and you out there balling all day.
All day. It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
Didn't matter, man. You know.
Didn't matter. I played up there because I'm from Southeast, so we played places I could walk to. I played Hillcrest, Fairfax.
Yeah, Fairfax.
Yeah. Then like in my neighborhood, I played Valley Green. They had a court up there on Waller Place in Valley Green. I played Congress Heights. And I played
Congress Heights. That's another one. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I played probably like down the street from me because I was like Willow Road, 7th Avenue. So walked down to Park 16 to play. So it was like we had like different courts, man. But like I say, you asked me who influenced me. I say everybody because I learned a lot on playing outside versus I learned a lot playing inside from Morgan Wootten. I learned the fundamentals of the game like that, like the toughness,
right.
I got that from the playground, no lie.
Yeah, and that's where I got mine from. Yeah, playground. Older guys. We played against older guys.
And you know that's the difference.
I remember John Chesley punched me in my jaw, man. And,
what?
Yeah, you know John Chesley.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Martin and Delmar, they my age.
Yeah.
The Chesley boys.
You know what? Any of them Chesley's dangerous.
Yeah. So I was young and I had to learn how to dunk. And I drove by, man, and I dunked the ball. And I was pumping my chest, man. John Chesley, 6'5", probably like 240 cut up, punched me in my jaw. Man, I ran on fast as I could, man. I ain't want that smoke, man. Listen, I ain't have a big brother or cousin to back me up, but that taught me something. I'm like, don't be talking no shit to no John Chesley's, them Chesley boys.
Them Chesley, man. Them Chesley, look, we played against the one, Boo Boo Chesley. He went to Eastern and then ended up playing for the Philadelphia Eagles. But he played for Eastern basketball. And, man, them guys were some tough dudes, man. And, you know, we remember there were a lot of families like that. We had, in my neighborhood, it was called the Brockenberg. It was like 18 of these mugs, man.
Yeah.
Yes. I know
you
them.
Fight one, you had to fight the whole damn family.
Didn't they have a son play quarterback for Dunbar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Yes. That's a Brockenberg. Oh, yes. It was 16 of them, man. If you fight one, you had to fight that. Look, and the girls were knocking out guys. The sisters were knocking dudes out, man.
Believe that.
Everybody had like a family, you know what I'm saying, in different areas, Northeast, like the Chesleys. And then what was some other brothers? Oh, no, them the boys up at Coolidge. I don't know if y'all remember the Stretch, Clark Gregory and Stretch Gregory.
Yep.
There was Coolidge. And then they had these brothers over in Bellew called the Campbell brothers back in the day. So there was a couple of brother facets all through D.C., man, you know. But those were the days, man. But I mean, the 80s, man, and then y'all came through when crack was, you know, just.
I know.
That changed. That was a game changer, man. 80, I think it was 84, 85 when it really hit, actually.
Yeah.
You know?
Was doing
that was one of the changes. That was one of the changes, but the main change was the AIDS epidemic. Because I remember our academic advisor used to, she used to carry around soap. We used to go to public places, and she would never let us use the soap in public places. She would go in her pocketbook, and give us soap. And if we used the soap in there and told her, she'll curse us out.
Yeah, and Mike, I'm glad you said that because I forgot about.
Crazy.
Look, that was crazy because look, so that's those were like my last years. I stopped playing in Europe in '85, right? And that's when like you said, the AIDS thing, man. Remember they talking about it could be incubated. You might not know it. It could show up 10 years later. And and y'all know, being on that trail back in the day, because look, I was not only the president of the Booty Monster Hall of Fame, I was a client.
Yeah, we already know. We already know.
So my partner, when I get out, my partner, it was doing stuff representing Dominique Wilkins. And so I'm, going to the games when they play the Bullets and stuff. And so it hit the NBA players tough. So I remember when you build up, Mike, all these motherfuckers like, man, I'm scared straight. I ain't messing around no more. That lasted for about maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
Everybody was going cold turkey. Man, then the boys was back at it again, man. But that age with them, that was major, man. People forget about that. That was some scary stuff because you didn't know if you had it or not.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And then they didn't know where it came from. They remember the first guy had it, but they thought it came from a monkey, but it wasn't.
So Don, like I said, my friend represents Dominique. So we going to the All-Star game in Orlando. And that's when Dominique Wilkins had tore his Achilles tendon, right? So they treated him great because, you know how Dominique was to the NBA, and this is near his last days. So was the last game that Magic played. Remember when he had AIDS, he played. They let him play that All-Star game, and it was weird because I'm like, we were down in the locker room like that and stuff, and everybody was like, so we came through the tunnel, right? And Magic was coming out, and he knew we were Dominique, and he went to shake everybody's hand, and everybody like, bumping and shit.
Didn't nobody know.
Yeah, right. Didn't nobody know. They didn't know. Yeah, they didn't know. You're right. They didn't know. So, I mean, hey, I probably would have did the same thing back then too. But nowadays, it don't matter if you can touch somebody, you can hug them, I mean, it's all over.
Now we're dealing with COVID. God dang.
That's the thing.
Hey, Carlton, tell me this, man, because I've been there before. Why a black man in Michigan? How is Michigan, man?
Straight.
Good.
It was good, man. It was good because
we talk about Lansing is University of Michigan. Where was Michigan State? Ann Arbor?
No, East Lansing. East Lansing.
That is East Lansing. Right.
Yeah. So Ann Arbor is University of Michigan. That's my rival.
Gotcha. Okay,
we don't talk about but
So I was Lansing, man. East Lansing, and it had to be cold because that's on one of the Great Lakes, right?
No. That's Ann Arbor closer to the lake than East is right in the middle. It's right in the middle. So Michigan is like a hand, and so like this, it's right in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
And the lakes come off around there, about it, right?
Yeah, no. So, but they get cold off them lakes, though. I don't mess around them lakes. I just came from Michigan because I was in Chicago. Chicago right on Lake Michigan. So, I just be cold. Great, I'm good. But no, Michigan was good, man. It was good. I was an hour from Detroit, man.
Damn, I didn't know that close.
From Grand Rapids. So the two biggest cities is Detroit and Grand Rapids. Mike, matter of fact, Mike, that's the last time I seen you. In Grand Rapids when you was playing in the CBA.
I was playing with the Grand Rapids Hoops because they had a guy, Mark Hughes, as the GM. Yep. I was living in Lansing because I wind up being there with a young lady and wind up making it my home. So I spent like maybe 4 years in Michigan.
In Michigan?
Yeah, Grand Rapids and Lansing. Yeah. I loved it. I loved it.
That was the last time I seen you because you was playing and I was playing on this little travel team called Sugar Mills All Stars, and we played the Grand Rapids Hoops.
Okay.
Y'all smacked us real good. I remember that, and I was like the last time early '90s.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, I love that place though. I love Grand Rapids. I mean, I'm being honest, and I'm not a snow person, but I would take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, because it ain't like that year round. It's only when
it's not.
When it's cold, it get cold.
So the summers are nice in spring.
Summers are great. Yeah, it's great, man. Just this, man. I mean, No, not like where I'm at now. I live in Tampa now.
Right, right.
But, when I was in Michigan, yeah, it's nice in the summer. You know, it get up in the 90s and stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
So Carlton, tell me this, man. If you had to do it all over again, would you do it differently? What would you do it differently, or would you do it the same? If you had to do it all over again, what would you do differently?
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. Like I realize now, I mean, I'm gonna be 60, man. That everything happened for a reason in my life, and I didn't know what the reason was at the time. But I wouldn't change because everything that I have, you know, every struggle you go through, it shapes you, and you grow a new layer of skin, man. Every time you go through a difficult time or think, you know, you're not gonna get through it, you get through it, and you know, I learned that at a young age, and then, you know, as adults, we still go through things, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't change anything, man. I would have picked Michigan State University again. I'd go to school again. Even like my freshman year, man, I averaged 1.6 points a game, man. Barely played, man. My senior year at Michigan State, man, I led the team in scoring and rebounding. I was all Big Ten selection. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But like, had I not stayed, had I quit, I'm glad I had my mother to tell me, you ain't going nowhere. You stay your ass there and figure it out. You know, that's why I've learned to listen to people who are much smarter than me. So I wouldn't change anything in the way my life has gone, man. I've been blessed like beyond measure. You know what I'm saying? My youngest son, professional basketball player. My oldest son is a Division I basketball head coach.
And one of the top in the country. Come on.
Yeah, my
the
son,
youngest and one of the youngest. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Oh yeah, my son Drew. Yeah, when he got the job, he was 29.
That's a good testament to be able to say that, and I feel the same way, Carlton, man, because I mean, everything that I've been through made me the person that I am today. So I wouldn't change it. You know, now there's a few things one thing I might do more. I would have done more. I think I would have put more effort into my game, because as I got older and playing in Europe, and you know how it is, Carlton, and when it gets, you know, we were practicing in the evening, at night, and so it gets cold, and I started slacking off my individual workout, keeping my body in top shape, because I could get away with not being in full shape, if you know what I mean. And that's what
you're more talented.
Yeah,
more talented.
Right.
Yeah.
But can I say one thing too? Let me say this. Bobby was one of the bigger guards that came out before Magic.
Yeah.
If you think about it, he was one of the bigger guards.
I'm 6'5".
And I didn't know that. I mean, I'm looking at this cat, and we're like damn near out of eye. And then I just found out he was playing point guard. I'm like, are you?
In 74 and 75, they didn't have in D.C. no guards my height.
Man.
The thing was, everybody thought, and the reason why I was able to play guard, because I had good handles, right? So when I play against these short guards, they all thought they could steal the ball from me, right? And so I would just take them down low and post them up. And then they try to put a big guy on me, normally a small forward, right? And I'll take him out the top of the key and run by him. And that's how I ended up in Texas A&I. I didn't Penn State, they put me back at small forward. But at Texas A&I, went back to point guard in 77 to 79. And then in Europe, I went back to, and this is weird, and you know, there's two, Carlton, because mostly the Americans were forwards and centers overseas. And I went over as a small forward, but my boy came as a coach and he put me back at point guard. So yeah, that was a game changer and extended my life. But that's the only thing I would probably do different. But that's interesting, and Carlton, that you said you do the same thing, man. That's a great testament, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Great testament, man. So tell me about your sons, man. Your sons. What's their ages now?
So my youngest son, Denzel, he's 31. Okay. He's a good basketball player, man. He was in 2016 by Chicago Bulls.
Right.
He played 5 seasons with the Bulls, played a year with the Cleveland Cavaliers, played a season with the Jazz. And then went to Boston camp. Ended up playing in the G League for a year. He like, I'm not doing that no more. So he went overseas and like he's in the Italian league. His first year he went to Milan, won a championship. He played for Olimpia Milano, which is owned by Giorgio Armani.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's big.
Oh, yeah. Then last year he went to Trieste, which is in Italy, playing the Italian
I know
league.
that. I know Trieste very well. That's top of the line. Right.
And then this year he's playing in Venice. So he plays for
what's his size?
Denzel 6'6", point guard.
Wow. Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, so he plays a 1-2-3 combo. You know. He's doing great, man. I talk to him every day. Now it's crazy because like when you played and I played, we couldn't talk to nobody. We was just by ourselves. Now I get a FaceTime after practice. How was practice, man? Oh man, this happened, that happened. You know, I talk to him almost every day.
Wow.
You know, he's doing right. He's doing
I didn't think about that, Carl. Didn't talk to nobody, man.
No, I'm sitting up in that. You know, and then if you don't speak the language, it becomes even a tougher barrier. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I look, even though I played in Scotland, man, they used to tell me, "Hey, Bob, remember you speak American, you don't speak English, because them Scottish muggers took in the morning speaking." I thought that daggone was foreign language when they were talking, you know. So like you said, exactly.
Yeah.
Loved it though, man. Loved it.
Yeah, my oldest son, Drew.
Okay.
All
right, guys, we go about to wrap it up. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, finish it out. Which young Drew is like?
His basketball coach at Loyola Chicago. You know, he was a great college basketball player, but he parlayed that into a coaching career. And he's in his 5th season as a head men's basketball coach. So, man, everybody's doing great, man. Thanks for asking. Thanks for having me, Mike and Bob.
Yeah. And little quick background on Loyola Chicago.
Hey, you know something, though? I got one more question to ask you.
Okay.
No, go ahead. No, Bobby, go ahead. Finish up.
Right. Little historical fact, right? From Wilson, two guys from my high school before me, the year before me, before me, they went to Loyola Chicago. Well, people don't know, Loyola Chicago was the first team to play all 5 black players at one time. Loyola Chicago. His name was George Ireland, and they went to the NCAA. I think they won it at 56 or something like that.
No,
Loyola
63.
Chicago, thank you.
1963.
You know what I'm talking about. Thank you. You're right. Thank you. But George Ireland, but he was now the team Texas Western.
So it wasn't Texas?
No, Texas Western was the first one to start 5 players, but George Ireland was the first to play 5 at one time. Because at Penn State we had 6 black players on the team, and I never played with more than 2 at the same time. That was another thing they did back, and that was in the 70s. But George Ireland, Loyola Chicago, that's where your son is, right?
Yes, sir. They won the national championship in 1963.
It was 63.
They played in the Game of Change, where they played Mississippi State. They had to sneak out and take a plane, Mississippi State, because they wouldn't allow Mississippi players to play against black players. So they took a plane and they snuck out in the middle of the night and they played the game. Check this out. They played the game, Loyola and Michigan State. They played the game at Michigan State University at Jennison Fieldhouse.
Wow. I just wanted to make that point about the history about how important Loyola Chicago is. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, they call it the Game of Change.
Wow. Yeah, 663. Wow.
Yeah,
that's the year I was born. But look here. So go ahead, sneak out in the middle of the night. But how did they get there? Take a bus?
No, they took planes. Mississippi State, and they were feared that when they got back, that something would happen to their players. They had all white players, and they feared that something would happen to them because the governor of Mississippi specifically stated that no white players were to play against any black players, and they went and played the game anyway. And so they feared repercussions when they came back. It was 1963. Loyola won that game, and Loyola went on to win the national championship.
National championship, yep. Just
wow.
Know the facts there, just dropping on y'all as we do at the Michael Graham Show. We're not just any show.
Hey, Carlton, we're going to wrap it up here. But look here. If you could give one piece of advice to a young aspiring basketball player or coach today, what would it be?
Listen, and try to take in as much knowledge as you can from other people, because there's a lot of people that know a lot more than you do, and don't ever think that you know everything, because you don't. Like, just listen and try to take it all in. Like, I learned a lot today from Bobby Kinzer. You know, I learned a lot from you today, Mike. You know, I'm 60 years old. I'm still learning. So each day, you know, try to learn something different, try to learn something new, open your mind and expand your mind, man. That's the way that you grow and learn, man. So I tell young players, man, and people just in general, man, open your brain, open your ears, and just listen and learn. Like my coach used to say, learn to listen and listen to learn. He used to say that every single day. Learn to listen and listen to learn. So that's the advice.
Yeah, that is.
I keep a quote book. I'm putting that in there. I got to put it. Listen to learn and learn to listen.
That's a good
Learn
one.
to listen.
Learn to listen and listen to learn. Got to put that down. Good one.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up here, man. I thank you for coming on, man. I really do appreciate you. And matter of fact, I'm going to be calling you again because I want to do a show where I get former players like Darrell Webster and, you know, guys that played in our era. You know, because I want to appreciate them because, number one, it's a blessing to everybody that's our age now, 60 and above. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about back then, where we, you know, it was fun back then, but now we're in this thing called life, and we're trying to make the best of it. But not only that, we're trying to, you know, give back in all types of ways because, you know, we're thinking about the people that did for us and help us along the way. So I want to appreciate you for coming on, man. Tell the family I said hi. And, man, I don't know what else to say. How about you, Bobby? You want to close us out?
Man, it's been great and to learn more about you, man. And you've been truly blessed, my brother, Carlton Valentine. And thank you for blessing us to share with us, man. So thank you, and it's a pleasure meeting you.
No, man, it was all my pleasure, for real, man. Thanks for reconnecting me back to my DC roots, man. Appreciate y'all.
You know it, man.
DC forever.
Hey, you know something that really upset me today? He said, Mike, don't nobody remember me. I say, bull crap. You out your mind. Come on, nobody. Yeah, people remember you. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? But you went other places that did other things, which is good. You know what I'm saying? And I praise anybody that does that. Anybody that does good, man. Because I know they made it. And one thing about you the type of dude that always come back and give or try to pull somebody with you. So forget all that, man. We know what's going on.
And remember this, Carlton Valentine. You can take the boy out of DC, but you can't take the DC out the boy.
Hey, Red S.E forever, baby. Chuck Brown.
Y'all, good night. Good night, man.
Take it easy, bro. Peace be with you.
That's a wrap on this episode of The Michael Graham Show. Big thanks to our guest, and bigger thanks to you for listening. If it hit home, share it. If it made you think, talk about it. Because change starts with conversation. Catch Michael next time. Same truth, same energy, same mission. Till then, stay loud, stay real, and stay connected.